Hey dude, did you see this whole Bonnie Blue facing 15 years in Bali jail, potentially, after this Bang Bus 6 incident? Come on, you really do not have the brains that this is illegal in a country like that. But nope, you're just thinking about doing completely and disgusting things first.
You're joking. You've got to be joking. I gotta check this out. Hang on. I actually haven't heard of this story. Adult content creator Bonnie Blue will be banned from Bali after studio raid involving 14 Australians. A high profile British adult content creator will be banned from Bali for 10 years after she was investigated for pornography offenses. Dude, what?
So the whole Bang Bus thing was confiscated along with video equipment, large quantities of contraceptives, and erectile drugs. Just so bad just reading that out. But apparently the lawyer claims that she could just be deported instead. Well, me personally, I hope she goes to jail. Done.
You're joking. You've got to be joking. I gotta check this out. Hang on. I actually haven't heard of this story. Adult content creator Bonnie Blue will be banned from Bali after studio raid involving 14 Australians. A high-profile British adult content creator will be banned from Bali for 10 years after she was investigated for pornography offenses. Dude, what? Oh my good lord. That is just disgusting. Dude, listen. I know I shit on this chick and a lot of other people in that space frequently. And like, I mean, subjectivity aside, objectively, I don't understand what people actually see in this chick. Like, she is not attractive at all. But the fact that creators like this, they're always thinking of ways to one-up their previous shit. So the fact that she went to a country specifically with these anti-pornography laws in place, and she decided to break them, I feel like this was 100% done for the escalation of it. Like, just the fact that it was something that would have gotten so much more attention to her. It's so pathetic, dude. I can't believe that somebody would be so dumb as to do something like this. And yet, here she is. I have to think that this was just a publicity stunt. Like, this can't be anything else, because now she's popping off again. She went from like the whole Guinness World Record shit to, I think she started her own podcast, and I think she was doing her own Bitcoin, or was it Hakua girl? Probably both of them. I don't know, but it felt like she was like falling off in terms of media relevance, at least. For the most part, people weren't really talking about her in social circles, public media, and now she just brought herself right back into the picture, and at the risk of being banned for 10 years. Like, yeah, I agree with you. She should 100% do jail time for this shit, because when are we gonna learn? I mean, like, Johnny Somali wasn't proof enough that these content creators need to be monitored. They need to have restraints put in place against the shit that they can and can't do. How can we be in a society where we're trying to break the law for content? This has to be for content.
I just want to quickly say, so Hawk Tour is completely separate from this. I think Bonnie was on a podcast, and I think the guy wore like a hazmat type of suit and screamed between them because he found it very dirty. But anyway, you can carry on.
Because now everybody's going to be talking about her in this case now, and the fact of whether or not she should go. But you know the saying, any publicity is good publicity. And I feel like that's what this is. God, dude, it's so disgusting. It is pathetic. I'm actually at a loss for words. This happens very rarely, where I genuinely don't know what to say. Wow. And yeah, I thought the most controversial thing I'm going to hear today is the results from the Game Awards. But that turns out Bonnie Blue is blowing my mind. She blew my mind. She blew my expectations. And apparently, she blew a lot of guys off too.
Dude, and then she was asked whether she intended to make more explicit content in Bali. So she responds with, subscribe and you'll find out. Yo, what a bitch.
Jesus, dude, you can't do anything but laugh at this shit, man. God dang it. We as a society has fallen so much. And come on, guys. Really? I know the saying goes different strokes for different folks, but clearly people's standards have hit rock bottom at this point. Like I don't even know how the only way you could go lower is if you find kids attractive, honestly. Jesus Christ. The same people that probably simp for this chick is probably the people that think that Ariana Grande is beautiful. The beauty industry as a whole just pisses me off so much. It is one of the most pathetic communities out there. Maybe just as pathetic as the VTubing community. Hashtag glorify burnt peanut. Hashtag the only good thing that came out of that shitty award show was that I was made aware of Peanut because he's actually hilarious. Oh my god. Yes, I am poking a stick at VTuber fans. Y'all are pathetic. Just like these people that simp over Bonnie Blue and these OnlyFans chicks. God damn it, dude. These people get so rich from doing the most dumb shit. It is ridiculous. Oh god, I'm so mad. I'm so speechless. And I'm so baffled. I want to read more into this. What the fuck? Oh shit, wait, censor that in the editing. Or not, you know. I can't always be a good boy.
Talk about standards. That's the one thing I just don't actually understand is how can you, as a male in this case, be interested in a piece of trash like that, knowing what she's done and continues to do. That is just dirty on a whole different level.
And you know what's crazy? She's gonna get so much fans from this. The amount of people that's going to flock to her now, she's gonna get so many new fans. It's gonna be hilarious. She's actually gonna make a lot of money from this. I hope she goes to jail because there needs to be actual consequences when people do weird ass shit like this. But I know for a fact she's gonna get a lot more followers, a lot more people that's gonna subscribe to her, and she's gonna actually become more relevant than ever. Because God forbid people have common sense nowadays. God forbid people actually have some sort of standard to the kind of content or kind of people they surround themselves with, or the kind of people that they want to watch online.
Dude, you said something earlier about any form of content is content. I can't remember exactly what it is to the T what you said, but exactly something like this is now blown up. We're talking about, so we kind of promoting this as well. But now more people know her or know of her, and they'll do some more research on her, like we did with these articles to actually do this broadcast. Unfortunately. Dude, and the sad thing is now Bali's gonna have this like bit of a stigma about, oh, this is where Bonnie Blue was arrested for doing those explicit type of things. And that is disgusting. I mean, Bali, haven't been there, it's on my bucket list, but mainly because of the surf, and Bali is actually just a beautiful, beautiful area. Okay, and lastly, so I don't care, and I know she doesn't care, her lawyers don't care, whoever deals with her finances, they don't care if she gets a fine because they bring in so much money from doing this bullshit stuff. So I just hope there's something more legal that comes into play and not just a damn fine.
Exactly, dude. I hope that it's not just something that you can throw money at and have all of their problems just completely resolved. Like, I hope that she actually faces real consequences for this. We need to stop platforming and praising and hero worshiping people like this that do horrendous shit. It is despicable. It is horrendous, the things that she's doing. And these kinds of things get popularized as being a strong, independent woman. That is not what being a strong woman is about. I know I'm not a woman, but surely to God, selling your body for such lustful desires and pathetic values, that's not what makes a woman. It's not what makes a man. It's not what makes any gender of any person of any integrity. Integrity. Jesus, need some water. Anyways, my point is, we need to stop giving people a space for them to do shit like this. And it's gonna keep getting worse. It's gonna keep escalating. It's going to get bigger and badder than ever before because people are always going to tune in for it. People are going to want to see what's the next big thing she's going to do. That's how controversial stars work. That's how they get their clicks, how they get their views, how they get their money, by one upping themselves all the time. Jesus Christ, man. It disgusts me so much that people have no standards. And I don't care if people's gonna say, "Oh, but we're just doing our thing." Yeah, and your thing's disgusting. Like, can we stop with this whole bullshit about just because it's your opinion, that means it nullifies any sort of scrutiny you can face because of it? No, objectively, if you've got a shitty opinion, then you've got a shitty opinion, and anyone has every right to scrutinize that, and you just got to deal with it. The minute you start posting stuff online, doesn't matter if it's subjective, it is objectively bad, it is liable to scrutiny. That's liable to criticism. I'm so tired of this shit, man. And people always say, "Oh, it's just my opinion. Oh, it's just my thing. You don't have to mind." I mind it because it damages society. People don't notice because people get so fixated on immediate pleasures, immediate reactions, and immediate benefits of things that they're doing that they don't realize how much of an impact things in the long run actually have on society. We've spoken about this before with I can't remember that other dumb bitch's name that turned 18, opened her OnlyFans, whatever. There are so many women that's going to look at this. People are desperate. People are scared. People want to make a living. They want to have success. You're going to have a generation of people that's going to see shit like this, think it's cool, and they're going to do it. Then what? You laugh at the problem now because it's one person, right? What happens when it's 100? What happens when it's 1,000? What happens when it's this random guy who works a 9 to 5 job? His wife decides to do it, or his daughter decides to do it, or his mother decides to do it. What then? What then? Are we just gonna say, "Oh, it's just, people just trying to have a good time"? Fuck that, man. Whatever happened to teaching people to grow with integrity and moral standards? Human beings were blessed with intelligence and sentience that no other life has on this planet. God, we don't even know if there's other life like us in the universe. And we choose to waste that gift on this shit. Jesus Christ, man.
Hey, you were saying a bunch of people. So Bonnie Blue slept with 1,000 men in one day. Dude, imagine signing up for something like that. That's just disgusting. Why the heck would you sign up to be one of those 1,000? That is damn stuff. And they're always looking for the next big thing, next best thing. It's like if someone's a drug addict, they're always looking for that high, and if they don't get that high anymore because they're kind of used to it, they go for something bigger. Similar thing. And OnlyFans is getting pushed so much because mental state of people is just getting worse, and people will end up paying money for these type of things more and more and more. Especially now where you don't have to be as social with people anymore because you got this AI and everything else. Everything is just online, digital. So OnlyFans is getting pushed. I think OnlyFans was the highest earning platform out of I don't know if it was a social media type platform, but it was the highest earning. I'm trying to think of what it beat. I saw it briefly. I obviously didn't read it because then I would have known. But that's quite alarming and quite disgusting. I'll try and find it at a later stage. But yeah, it's getting pushed. As soon as someone is got a little bit of fame, mostly women, as soon as they get a little bit of fame from whatever the case is, then they launch OnlyFans. And it's sad because they earn so much money, and then they realize later that, oh, it was actually a waste of time because they screwed their life up.
Dude, there was some guy. Oh, that poor bastard. There was some guy that sat in that line. He's getting his driver's license renewed. Sat there. It was like, "Oh, I'm number 901. I'm so excited." Oh my God. I don't know if I can think of something more pathetic, dude. Someone sat there and thought, damn, my turn's really at 756. I'm a rail that shit. Someone really sat there thinking that. After she had 755 guys. That's disgusting. She can have that record, bro. I don't even know. There'll probably be some dumb bitch that's gonna try and break that record. There's probably one that's trying right now. Who knows? Who knows? God forbid, bro. I actually a little bit off topic, but I was watching a video of this chick that let her baby die while she was streaming in some kind of skimpy catgirl outfit. And I think, damn, these hoes really be doing crazy shit for views and for people to simp for them. To let your baby die. 2-year-old baby dead, bro. Jesus Christ. I'm not trying to give Bonnie Blue any kind of ideas, but Jesus. It's so sad, bro. There's so much mental illness in society. So much popularized mental illness. Gotta put these people back in the loony bin, dude. OnlyFans girls are not models. They're asylum candidates.